It has gone 8:54 in Johannesburg, South Africa this morning, and we cross over to the Balloon Foundation. They've got a program called The Female Factor, and I'm joined now online by none other than Fatima Bam of the Balloon Foundation. Assalamu alaikum, Fatima. Welcome to the program.
Walaikum assalam, Jazakallah.
All right, so the Female Factor, tell us what exactly is this initiative all about?
So the female factor is something the Balloon Foundation was introduced to by the Light of Dreams Foundation. There are two parts to it. The first part is the distribution of sanitary pads to young girls and women in need. And the second part is facilitated workshops for young girls in less advantaged schools, less advantaged environments, to learn about basic hygiene, their menstrual health, for them to have a safe space to really just interact with others and feel comfortable and let any sort of issues they're having out.
All right, and the identifying of the need and the challenges that young girls face. How did you guys come about through that? And in terms of the sanitary pads, what exactly are you doing to help?
Right. So we were approached by the Light of Dreams Foundation, who had seen the need themselves, as they've been involved in distribution projects for quite a while now. So they assisted us in identifying the schools in need and shelters, informal settlements that could use that sort of assistance. As far as the sanitary pads go, we distribute sanitary pads to the schools in which the workshops are held, as well as shelters, informal settlements, and recently we also contributed quite a few sanitary pads to rape kits as well. So wherever there's a need for those products, we like to be able to hand those out.
And when you talk about young ladies learning about their bodies or being educated about their health, what are some of the issues that you will be tackling?
Well, it's honestly quite basic issues. A lot of girls just haven't had access to information that we tend to take for granted. So, what is your menstrual cycle? Why do you have to have a menstrual cycle? What do you do when that happens? Just very basic questions that a lot of girls don't know the answer to because there's a major taboo around talking about these sorts of topics.
And then you also want to go about creating a safe space for young children and girls in particular. And we know that in South Africa we have this huge problem of gender-based violence and violence against kids. How important and how will you go about creating these safe spaces for young ladies?
Right. So the idea of a safe space is really to not just make the girls feel comfortable, but also kind of encourage confidence in them to talk about major issues that may be affecting them. Anything from peer pressure to gender-based violence, which is obviously a huge one. And so our workshops are run by volunteers that we have trained on how to facilitate workshops with young girls. They will be creating a safe space with them within their own groups. The groups are quite small, so we can form sustainable, real relationships with the young girls as opposed to just lecturing them and throwing information at them. And we're hoping that this will not just inspire confidence, but also encourage them to open up and talk to us about things that are happening around them.
And the Balloon Foundation itself, it's based in the Gauteng area only. Do you have branches elsewhere? If people want to, join in this youth group and get involved and try and lend a hand?
So currently we're mostly based in Gauteng, but we do have other projects that tend to go nationwide. And so we do have openings and groups in which people from other provinces can also join in and just keep up with what we're doing as well.
All right. And are you asking and looking towards the public for contributions? How do you go about raising the funds needed to carry out the objectives of this particular program?
Right. So we like to encourage people to give whatever they can. Obviously, pads are an ongoing need. Girls need them every month, and so we are always accepting funds for them. We also like to encourage people to get involved directly themselves by volunteering. Currently, we have about 30 amazing women volunteering for this project, and really just being one-on-one with the people that you would like to empower.
Fatima Bam of the Balloon Foundation, Jazakallah Khairan. Thank you so much for joining us this morning and for working in the community as hard as you guys always do. Thank you so much. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Like,